A starter, 20 points per game.
Undefeated record on the line, on the road for Vanderbilt. And a quick bucket for South Carolina by McKeer, who's
Vanderbilt, and trying to take away those three-point looks.
Michaela Blake's going inside to Justine Passat. She turns around in the short quarter and makes it the answer there for the Commodores. How does that change things for Vanderbilt facing the Gamecocks?
Well, it makes South Carolina they're more athletic and more of a threat in the perimeter and open up things inside for Joyce Edley.
There's Aubrey Galvin, the star freshman point guard. It's a turnover into the hands of Ta'Niya Latson. Fast break points for South Carolina.
South Carolina to improve on the defensive end right there with the strip, and then how strong she is to finish through contact on a big.
Only hit one field goal.
And she really, oh, look at the pressure again by South Carolina's defense.
McKeer over to Tessa Johnson. South Carolina starting out relentless. South Carolina.
And it's been all off the defense, creating offense. The Gamecocks off and running. Shoot around this morning talking about the discipline that her team had to play with, and it had to start on the defensive end, and so far, so good.
Defense fueling offense. Even just a sophomore, that is a veteran presence with the ball now for Vanderbilt. 3 seconds to turn around and put in for Ayanna Mitchell.
Well, I thought I might go get my ankles taped as intense as Dawn was in shoot around.
Home bounce for Raven Johnson. Blake's with the basketball, 7 seconds, getting the screen from Mitchell. She is covered up by McDaniel. Justine Passat, she is so good at knocking down the three.
That I believe came from her experience over the summer, playing 3x3, really learning that she is.
Point in time that just picked up her second foul for Vanderbilt. Tessa Johnson off the inbound. Latson feeding Ocott, up and in.
Oh, Medina Ocott's down there by herself.
Tessa Johnson, bang! Jada Brown responds. 9 for 10 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3.
And that's off 7 assists.
Oh, Ocott by herself. Sasha Washington to Blake's. Blake's a little step back. And Michaela Blake's with her first bucket. Latson chases it. Joyce Edwards covered up. South Carolina just no panic. Latson in the paint, in and out. Ocott, rebound, put back, and she's fouled.
6'6" and 6'7" on the floor for South Carolina. A huge rebounding advantage. She's just got a pro body, great length, can finish, and a shot blocker.
Aubrey Galvin goes over Medina Ocott. Tornavis. Michaela Blake's on the break.
I gotta believe South Carolina wants to get a shot in the paint.
Latson in the corner, how about a triple?
And against Oklahoma, Ta'Niya Latson locked in. Her offense, she's back. That's what I'm talking about, Vanderbilt being sped up.
Tessa Johnson stops and pops, little bank shot, all right.
Turn it up another notch, and with Vanderbilt coming in the top 5. Oh, there's Blake's with an and one.
Tornavis to McDaniel, who's taken over at point. Raven Johnson still in foul trouble on the bench. Tessa Johnson, dagger!
Because that's the second leading scorer in the nation on the floor for you.
Medina Ocott working. Blake's elevating over Okad, and Michaela Blakes has 9 points. Brown the inbound to Mwinintanda. Hits in the short corner. Mwinintanda for 3. Back to back for Jacqueline Mwinintanda.
Back there, they are covering for each other. I mean, they are so connected defensively right now.
5 seconds for Latson. Drove through it, no problem.
Length and a team that's capable of playing the way that South Carolina's playing tonight, I think gives Oklahoma a lot of confidence.
Joyce Edwards, that star sophomore. Inside to Sasha Washington, up on Edwards. Ava Black can't bank it in. Mwinintanda rebound, put back. Deep from Blakes.
Man, they had one stop, put 2 more together.
Tyler McDowell in the corner. That's a crusher.
On the perimeter, the bigs are a problem out there as well for South Carolina.
It's been every player South Carolina has put on the floor. Have brought their defensive game today. Transition bucket for Aubrey Galvin. Moment with 14, 7 seconds. Isla McDowell down to Okad. Got her own board, got some second chance points. Vanderbilt's got to shoot.
And they called a foul. And she's just so tough, crafty. She's built her strength between her freshman and sophomore season.
We're just building the drama for these 3.5 seconds. Mitchell gets it back to Galvin. Banks in the 3. Let's double check this shot from Aubrey Galvin. Yep, plenty of time. Banks it in at the buzzer. There's Michaela Blake. She's got 18 to lead all scorers. Excuse me, she has 20 to lead all scorers. Justine Passat. Off the mark, Sasha Washington with the offensive rebound. She is one of the best in the SEC in offensive rebounds.
As abysmal as that first quarter was, to come out of the locker room like they did, Maddie McDaniel.
Latson with the bucket of the damage.
Latson, the patience to size up. And Passat there. That's going to be crucial. Yeah, Justine Passat, one of the top 3-point. The discipline behind McDaniel. She had hit a 3. She could have taken another one.
Latson feeding Edwards. Blake's guarded by Raven Johnson. 8 seconds. Blocked by Raven.
Back on track after they dropped one.
They might have had a bonfire at shoot-around today.
Oh, yeah, it was heated.
One. Turnover. Cut to the basket, Ayanna Mitchell. Latson just goes right to the rack. Tessa up ahead of Joyce Edwards.
Former high school teammates in Raven Johnson and Ta'Niya Latson that get on the floor to get possession, to lead to the break, and Joyce Edwards at the other end. There is nothing Aubrey Galvin can do about that.
Raven Johnson trying to work. Vanderbilt's got her covered up. Edwards comes to get it. Snuck into the corner, Tessa Johnson!
I think it's been a great balance for South Carolina, not just scoring inside, but they're taking good shots and timely shots from the three-point line.
Lakes' 3 got blocked by Raven Johnson. That's 2. Galvin resets the screen from Washington. When Ta'Niya coming to the basketball. Hits the 3. That's the 7th 3 today for Vanderbilt. Top 2 win since 2002, but South Carolina has been in control since the start. Latson adding on. She's up to 19.
Made such a major impact since joining this program.
Joyce Edwards with the finish. Gamecocks have 4 players in double figures, led by Tessa Johnson with 20.
Oh, nice pass,
Raven
Johnson.
6 seconds for the Commodores. Blakes lets it fly. Got it. Raven Johnson for the triple. Raven Johnson at another triple. South Carolina's hit 9 threes.
Comes very fragile as you get closer, when you get into March and get into February and closer to March.
McDaniel feeding Okai.
She said you have to respect the game. And she felt like the effort, the energy that the team brought out against Oklahoma, it's a good one from Okai.
As a head coach, if you saw your team come out defensively, how South Carolina did, what would you think?
I would be very pleased that they're serious about going after a national championship, to bounce back after that overtime loss, and to do it not just based on making shots, but set the tone defensively, getting steals, deflections, the big department. I mean, you get Turnaby's at 6'7" to come in with her talent, skill to go along with a Medina Okot.
Carolyn Peck, gymnastics analyst. South Carolina has dominated this basketball game against one of the 2 undefeated teams in the nation. Vanderbilt came in.
We started this game talking about the strength of South Carolina. First is points in the paint.
High school teammates.
I think the advantage that South Carolina has is the depth. And you've got to be able to stay in the fight.
You talk depth, and South Carolina's gotten 23 points off its bench tonight.
They went 20 games in a row undefeated. Yeah, they started off the season against Cal and Paris. Michelle Ralph is so positive and doesn't want her team to lose the confidence that they've built. I mean, they're gonna still be in the hunt.
First time to score 100 points in regulation versus an AP top 5 opponent since 2023. McDowell. Agamakara with the triple for Vanderbilt.
From practice to the shoot around and carrying that over into the game.
Makara back-to-back. Challenge accepted, and you can check it off the list. South Carolina hands Vanderbilt its first loss of the season.
Dominated in the paint. They shared the basketball. 25 assists today. Everybody came in and knew and did their job.